I also, for the people, I guess we haven't talked about it, but we pregame today with a little shot. A little. I haven't been drinking much, but like today, I was, hey, let's get a little silly, and I felt like it was a good time to have like a discussion about alcohol. A bit of a ranking, if you will, a bit of a battle of the minds, maybe a tier list per se.
Okay.
What do you think Randeep Dillon's favorite alcohol would be? I could see him being like a
tequila.
No, I'm going like whiskey or brandy. Whiskey or brandy. I'm thinking. Wait, there's no F tier.
I could see him drinking rum.
Wait, hold on. We need an F tier on this list, ladies and gents. We're doing a motherfucking alcohol tier list today. Okay, and listen, this one's going to be very short, sweet, to the point. There's only like 11 entries, and it's just different types of alcohol. We're not ranking brands. We're not ranking, like different brews or like IPA versus regular beer. Fuck no. White wine versus red wine. Fuck no. Just categories here.
Right.
So the categories we've got today for our alcohol tier list include beer, wine, cider, sake, gin, brandy, whiskey, rum, tequila, vodka, and moonshine. Because listen, moonshine, although technically it is a whiskey, I think it is like distinct enough to deserve its own category. Yeah. I think that's probably where I'd put it. And that's our tier list for today. We got S through F on the tiers. Kyle, you wanna start us off? What alcohol calls to you to place in a rank? What are you picking first here?
Well, I think I'll start with whiskey because that's what we drink the most here.
I know where I would put whiskey, but where would you put whiskey?
I think you got to put whiskey in S tier.
I would agree.
I mean, come on.
I think whiskey is, when I was young, I hated it, bro. I would only drink vodka and beer, and like that was pretty much it. But as I've gotten older, whiskey is the supreme way to drink.
Yeah.
There was nothing quite like a little glass of whiskey and like a joint and just hanging out.
Mm-hmm.
And there's like, it's weird. I don't know how to explain it, but like there's definitely different types of drunk from the different alcohols you drink.
Yes.
Like a 40% vodka and a 40% whiskey are just not the same drunk. They're literally not. I don't know why, but that's just the way it is. And whiskey is a very like, I don't know. I feel like I'm like in GQ magazine when I'm drinking whiskey.
It's a fancy,
This is the gentleman's drink. I've got my cuff like folded perfectly on my shirt.
Classy. Yep.
Yep.
Sophisticated.
Here's the fragrance this fine sir is wearing.
For sure. It is way more sophisticated than any of these other drinks, I think.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't drink to look sophisticated, but even beyond that, whiskey also like, I don't know. Most of these other categories of alcohol, I have to be kind of picky with my brand that I choose. Whiskey, there's just a lot of good whiskey out there.
Mm-hmm.
And I like it a lot.
Yeah,
so I agree.
Generic ones.
I agree. S tier for whiskey for sure.
You want to do the next one?
Let's talk about beer. Where would you put beer? I'm a very like. I liked beer a lot more when I was young. Like I think if you asked me when I was like pre-21. My beer would have been one of my highest picks.
Mm-hmm.
It is such a great bang for your buck. There's nothing better than like, going to hang out with the boys and you show up with a 30 rack and you're all hammered for like $10.
Yeah, I think this is where we probably, I mean, not you and I, but I think this is where a lot of our viewers are not going to love our opinion because we're not big beer drinkers.
Yeah, not anymore at least. I used to drink a lot of fucking beer, but I can't do it anymore. I don't like beer, especially like IPAs. Like I feel like most other types of alcohol, there's like a progression. You start off with like the cheaper shit. Whiskey, you start off with the cheaper shit, then you can move into like the nice bottles. Like you get yourself some Macallan or like some other shit. I'm a big like single malt Scotch kind of guy. But beer, the higher up you go in the beer bracket, the shittier it gets. It like it's so bad, bro. The like $5-6 IPA is gonna taste like dog shit, like actual shit water compared to like a PBR, and you don't want to drink either.
I'd be between B and C.
I would go C at best,
Go
bro.
C.
I would go C at best, dude.
Sorry, Chris.
It's like, and even when it's a scenario of like a casual, like, oh, let's crack a beer and enjoy ourselves. It's like, I don't want to sip on a beer. Most of them just don't taste very good. I'd rather just have a shot, or like a glass of whiskey or something like that.
Yeah.
And just ice water.
Yeah, if I'm drinking for the taste, just give me a Dr. Pepper. If I'm
Yeah.
drinking to get drunk, there's way more efficient ways to do it. I don't need to have 10 of any drink to get drunk.
Yep.
Um,
And the
So,
amount of
yeah.
like liquid that you end up consuming when you drink a lot of beer and get wasted, bro, you're gonna throw up every time.
I
And
will-
Those beer yaks are.
I
Brutal.
will credit beer. It's a great social drink if you want to be able to drink without getting drunk. This is a great way to do it.
Sure. Yeah.
You know, so if you're like out to dinner with coworkers or something, this is way smarter of a choice than a lot of the other options.
Beer is also one that like beer smells the most. Like
Yeah.
you smell like if you drink beer for a night, you smell like beer the whole night.
Yeah.
Whereas like I don't know, I feel like with whiskey and like other ones, like you don't necessarily get that every time.
Yeah.
You know. But yeah, I think beer is a fair C tier.
Yeah. I'm cool with that.
What about wine? Let's go wine. How do you feel about wine, Kyle?
I don't really like it, man.
Why is that?
I mean, I guess it's nice if you're out to a fancy dinner to have wine, but that's like the only time that I want to be drinking wine.
Bro, wine drunk is fun though.
Yeah.
Wine drunk
Yeah.
is lit. I get
Yeah.
all the wine moms, dude.
I won't argue that for sure. But like, see, it doesn't feel more efficient really than a lot of beers. I mean, you can get way stronger wine.
Nah,
than
see,
beer,
fuck the
absolutely.
efficiency part. Wine is a type of drunk. Like,
Beer drunk's pretty fun too, though.
if I get wine drunk off some like good high quality, like a good vintage, that's got me feeling like Ray J before the allegations. Like I'm trying to bump and grind, bro. Like that shit is lit, you know? If you're
Yeah.
going on a little date with your girl, you need a nice bottle of wine, bro. She's going. I promise. You're going too. You know? Like wine is great.
Yeah.
I personally don't get hungover when I drink good wine.
I don't ever get hungover from drinking wine. I'm pretty much not drinking it outside of like a fancy dinner or like I guess a date maybe.
Let me ask, what's like, because I think wine, there's a huge difference between like the base level, like the wine you go buy at like Trader Joe's for like $10 a bottle, and like the like fine wine you get at like a nice restaurant.
Right.
What's like the nicest wine you've drank?
We had pretty fancy wine in Vegas, no? Yeah.
Yeah, at the steakhouse.
So yeah.
Yeah.
I've had fancy wine.
Yeah. Shit like that
right.
is a whole different ball game. That shit is fire.
Yeah,
Sipping wine like that
yeah.
every day is a
See,
beautiful type of
at
drink.
dinner, I totally like. I'm down, but like bringing that back to the room and drinking that, I'd be like,
yeah.
yeah, you know,
Bro,
like,
give me a
well,
glass of wine, give me a joint, bro. Put my show on, my movie on, dude. I'm feet up. Same thing with whiskey. Glass of whiskey, I can interchange with a glass of wine personally, and like I'm chill.
Sure,
That's fire.
Sure.
You know.
See, for me, like, once I'm just like hanging out with the boys, just back to whiskey. I don't want to be drinking.
Oh, yeah, no,
wine,
wine
just
is-
hanging out with the boys.
Wine
It's-
is not a drink that I'm drinking when I'm hanging out with the boys. The
No.
wine, I'm either like I'm on a date, I'm with my girl, or
Right.
like I'm solo. Those are the only
Right.
scenarios where I'm drinking
or
wine.
maybe a professional, like a work dinner or something. I guess.
Yeah.
You know?
I personally, I'm putting wine in like I mean, if this was me solo, I'd put it A at least. At
I
least,
would
bro.
go B
And good.
for me.
The thing with wine is like most of the other alcohols on this list, I guess whiskey being an exception, don't really benefit that much from aging. But
That's-
like
yeah,
wine,
wine,
bro,
yeah.
I've drank a wine that was 120 years old.
That's
that
true.
shit was insane. Like that was a crazy fucking drink.
That is pretty cool.
It
for
tasted
wine,
so
yeah.
different than anything else I'd ever had. Like that shit was bottled before my grandpa was born. You know,
Yeah.
that was like, damn, it's still drinkable.
Yeah.
You know, But okay, all right. B for okay. I guess I'll
Yeah,
tolerate
just
that.
for me at least, just because of how niche it is. I'd still, I guess I'm totally cool with ranking it above beer, I guess. But for
Now,
me, I'd honestly probably put beer above wine.
cider is better than beer. I'm just gonna throw that out.
Really,
100%. Like a good like hard cider, like apple cider or something.
tasty wise, yeah, yeah.
I think just overall better. Honestly, ciders make me question the entire existence of beer. Why the fuck are we still drinking that? Like we have it's better tasting beer. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
If you pour a glass of cider side by side with a glass of beer, the only way you might visually notice a difference is like the fuzz on top.
I think
You know?
cider is like vaping to cigarettes. You know, like it tastes better than a cigarette, but like doesn't quite draw the same respect.
Nah, you're
You
for
know?
sure getting just as sloshed off a cider as a beer. You're for sure like, nah. Anyone hating on cider is just
You
tweaking.
can get more nicotine from vapes, so you know.
But it's not even like a different like alcohol percentage thing. Like ciders are generally the same percentage as beers, sometimes even a little higher. You know, I would rank cider head and shoulders over beer. Like I put cider B tier for sure.
Okay.
It's not
It
like
does
a
taste better.
S or A tier, but it is objectively better than beer in pretty much every context.
Okay.
You know,
And then sake.
ooh,
Now we're talking business, baby. This is one we drink.
I like sake a lot because I think it's like a very honestly, sake is not very enjoyable in the moment. I don't want to sip it. I don't want a glass of
No.
it. I want to get it down my throat quick. And the grosser looking sake is usually better. Like the non-clear ones where you can see like the rice in it.
Yeah.
Like that's usually better.
For me, this is one of the few that I actually enjoy drinking. Sake is a lot of fun.
Mhm.
Yeah, sake can be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So for me, I would put sake at least A tier.
I don't know about that.
Not A?
No. I mean, it's good, but it's like, it doesn't taste good.
Okay.
It's not.
Probably better than wine a lot of times.
No. Oh, what?
Really?
You haven't been drinking the right wine, dude. Sake, no. Peak bottles of sake, like bottles of sake that cost hundreds of dollars,
Mm-hmm.
don't even touch the bottom of the toe of a bottle of wine in the same price bracket in terms of flavor. It's not even honestly. Most sake bottles don't really have much of a flavor. It's a very subtle, like
Right.
maybe like a
I don't
floral
mind that, though.
flavor. Like
Yeah,
a lot of good
yeah.
sakes will taste almost like lavender or like flowers.
Right. Yeah, kind of like a hint of a flavor. Yeah.
But,
I don't
like-
mind that though. It goes down really easy.
Wine, I've had I've had wines that taste like crazy shit. I've had wines that straight up taste like dark chocolate. I had a
Oh,
red
yeah.
wine that was
Yeah.
it was like dark chocolate and it was very thick. I had this one that was like it was like King something. It was like a 1990s and it was like I had it at this restaurant in
Louis?
Chicago. No, it was something like some weird vineyard from France or some shit. And that one, they called it a dessert wine and it was straight up. It was like drinking like sugar water almost. It was crazy. It didn't taste like wine at all. I feel like you don't get that spectrum with sake.
Mm.
But sake is easy to drink and it gets you drunk. You know? I would
Yeah. It's a lot of fun too.
I'm putting sake B as well, personally.
Sake B.
I think A is too generous for sake. There's other things on this list that I'm eyeing that I think might belong there more. You know?
Putting it there then.
Sure. How you feel
All
about
right.
gin?
Gin is not one of my favorites.
I'm a very like
It's okay.
I feel like gin is like something that I pretty much only drink in a cocktail.
I was just gonna
And
say, yeah.
I view like the way I rank alcohols is like, can I drink you out of a glass? Like, can I just
Right.
either take a shot or just like drink you straight up?
Right.
If you're like a cocktail alcohol, then I'm instantly dinging points.
Yeah, I was gonna say myself, like gin is not something I want to take a shot of.
No, fuck no. You
but
don't want to take a shot of gin. No.
Based on the preparation, it could be good. You know,
Yeah.
if you're a bartender, but I am not. So I don't know what the fuck to do with gin. I know gin and tonic is a thing, but I don't think I want to drink that. So
Gin and tonic is a very like boomer order.
yeah, I know.
I've been seeing actually there's a bit of renaissance, dude. The TikTok girls are getting gin and tonics, dude.
Mm.
I've been seeing that shit.
Mm.
They're swinging that 1920 shit. Get a gin and tonic, please, sir.
Nah.
I would put gin. Probably like D tier.
Yep. I was thinking exactly.
But
the
it
same.
is good in cocktails. Just I don't think it's fair to rank that.
The cocktail
it's like,
saves it
hey,
from
we
the
put 12
F.
ingredients in to mask the flavor.
Yeah, that's
you know,
only
and you're gonna pay
keeping it
double,
out of F tier. That's it.
You know.
Yeah.
Ooh, what about
brandy?
A little brandy. Would you like some brandy wine, sir?
It's a fancy one.
Would you like some brandy? Can I say, brandy wants to be whiskey.
Yeah.
It wants to be bougie whiskey. What brandy doesn't realize is that bougie whiskey's already there and it's better.
Yeah.
You know, that's pretty much my entire brandy take.
Yeah.
I haven't drank a fuckload of brandy, so obviously there's probably going to be some enthusiasts in the comments who are like, man, you haven't tried this bottle. And you're probably right. I haven't. But, like, I have never felt the urge to.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, I'm with you there. What is the point of brandy? We already have whiskey and bourbon. Like,
I think brandy, correct me if I'm wrong, is brandy not already a type of, in the same vein of moonshine? Like, is brandy a type of, I think it's a type of, oh, it's not. It's not. It's not. Never mind. It's not. Okay.
so it's
Correct me.
comes from fruit.
Yeah, it's fermented fruit. But I still I've just never, ow, fuck.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, just hit my knee on the thing right here, you know? I've never had a brandy. I think brandy just in theory sounds better than it really is,
Yeah.
you know? And maybe I've just never had a good one. I would put brandy C tier though.
I'm cool with that.
I don't think I've ever had a brandy that put me off of it, but it's something that I've only had when I'm with other people that drink it. Like I'm at a relative's house or a restaurant.
Yep.
It's never something I've gone and got a bottle of and brought it and or had someone bust it out and be like, man, you want to drink some brandy?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Very, very interesting liquor. Next up, ooh,
Rum.
Kyle, I have a soft spot for rum.
Really?
So I went through this period during COVID from 2020 all the way up to probably 23, I'd say.
Mhm.
My only drink order every bar I'd go to is rum punch. I would get a rum punch everywhere, and it's because I was in Miami all the time for a few years straight. And dude, they make great rum punches down there. They drink a lot of rum down in Florida. And I don't know what it is. Rum does not get me sick. Ever. Whiskey, I get hungover a lot. Sake, I get hungover. Wine, I generally don't unless I go too hard. But I'll get a headache. But I won't puke.
I get sick with rum.
Rum, I'm dialed in, dude. I can drink hella rum. And granted, this is more of a cocktail liquor. You know, I'm not taking shots of rum. Definitely don't want a glass of rum, but it's a really good cocktail liquor. I think rum cocktails are better than most of the other cocktail liquors on this list.
You want to know something? Rum is actually the reason I am a Dr. Pepper man now instead of Coca-Cola.
What do you mean?
I used to drink a lot of rum and Coke when I was younger, and it ruined the taste of Coke for me.
Oh.
Yeah. So I switched to Dr. Pepper.
I don't know about you, but I want to pay rum the respect it deserves and put it in A tier.
Whoa.
I'm a big rum enjoyer, bro. I know many might not agree.
I'm okay with that just because when I was a teenager, I loved that shit.
Yes.
Just Captain Morgan was,
Yes.
Yeah, all the time.
It's a classic.
Yeah.
It's a classic. And Captain Morgan is a bottle that still holds up. Yeah, you can still drink your Captain Morgan.
I don't want to drink.
You might not want to, but hey,
Yeah.
apocalyptic scenario, we're sipping Captain Morgan.
Sure.
You know, if I find a bottle of gin with no chasers, I'm probably leaving that where I found it. You know, apocalypse or not. But next up here, oh God.
We might have our first F tier.
Tequila, dude. Oh man, we're gonna get a lot of hate comments, dude. We're gonna get a lot of negative comments. People get so stunned whenever I talk about tequila because I hate it.
Yeah, me
hate
too.
tequila.
It's not a good one.
I don't like how it tastes.
Nope.
I don't like how
I don't
it goes
like the type
down.
of drunk.
I get sick. I throw up pretty much every time I drink tequila.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just
It's not good.
People always talk about how oh, tequila's good to drink. It doesn't make you tired. You know, that's the big thing. It's tequila doesn't make you can keep drinking. I don't experience that myself. Tequila fucks me up, dude, and in a bad way.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not worth the suffering. I view tequila's evil vodka. In my eyes. Tequila's
yes.
And The darker the tequila, the worse it gets.
That's literally the perfect way to put it. It's just evil vodka.
It's evil vodka.
Yeah.
And the darker the tequila, the fucking worse it gets.
Mm-hmm.
It like, have you ever had those like?
It's vodka for the Black Air Force Ones. You know, like it's the Black Air Force Ones of vodka. Like,
yeah, the tequila drinkers are gonna be on your ass, Kyle. They're not gonna like that comment. But yeah, I really don't like tequila. I think it's like it just doesn't like there's no gap it fills for me. And it just makes me sick. It is really a personal thing of just, it makes me sick as fuck every time I drink it.
mm-hmm.
There's no other alcohol on this list that I would get sicker drinking, except for like seltzers make me pretty sick too. We don't even have seltzers on the list because if they were on here, I'd be pissed.
Yeah, no, I don't think
seltzers.
any good decision started with tequila. You know?
I'm putting tequila. I don't think I want to put it F though.
I'm kind of.
I don't. I think D.
Okay.
Because I've drank tequila and like had a solid time. It's not like I've never had fun drinking tequila.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the fun I've had on tequila has never been worth it. It's always been like the next day I'm like, God damn, dude, anything but that. Like, please, ever again.
Yeah.
We got 2 more here, Kyle.
I would vodka. I'd put vodka in A tier actually.
Why's that?
It's not my favorite to actually drink. Like the taste, I don't like the taste or the aftertaste. But I've never really had I've never gotten drunk off of vodka and been like, what a bad time I had. You know? Like, it's a good time pretty much every time.
Vodka drunk is very fun.
It's pretty cost effective. You can get vodka on any budget, really.
I mean, yeah, the high end, like Grey Goose is what I consider a nice bottle of vodka. And that shit's like $30 if even.
Right.
For a big bottle.
And then it's also great for cocktails. I mean, it's a pretty good all-rounder. So I would put it at least, A.
Yeah, my airport signature drink is a vodka cran and has been for years
Cran's
straight.
A good one.
I love vodka crayons. Whenever I'm at like a dive bar, especially, that's my safe drink.
Yeah.
Like, you can't fuck up a vodka crayon.
No, you cannot.
You literally can't. Even if you do 80% vodka, 20% crayon,
It'll
it's still
be fine. Yep.
You know, or vice versa. It's even better. You know,
Yep.
like fuck it. So vodka, I do quite enjoy. I do greatly respect vodka. It's held me down through all the years.
Yeah.
It's the liquor that like the other ones, like for example, whiskey, I acquired the taste.
It's
Rum, I kind of acquired the taste.
It's like the gateway liquor.
Yes. Vodka got me my DUI. Vodka was the first alcohol I drank when I was a freshman in high school, and I'm still sipping that shit.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I think vodka deserves S tier.
I'm cool with that.
I think vodka deserves S tier. What a great, great alcohol it is.
Yeah.
The Russians did their big one, dude.
I get it.
The Russians did their fucking thing with the vodka. They really cooked, you know? Last but not least, you know, this is a type of whiskey technically, but I feel it's so distinct that it merits its own category.
Mm-hmm.
Moonshine.
Yep.
Have you ever drank moonshine?
Yeah.
How do you feel about it?
It's pretty. I mean, it's kind of fascinating how drunk it will get you and how little of a hangover you'll have in comparison.
Oh, I had a bad hangover when I
really
drank it. Yeah.
For me, hangover wise, my moonshine hangovers have never been nearly as bad as like rum or, you know, even like vodka hangovers. So, that being said, it's harder to get down, you know? It's not great tasting. It's kind of rubbing alcohol-y, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Very rough.
I mean, it's not pleasant to drink.
No.
And
But
it gives you
gets you
horrible
fucked up.
hangovers.
Yeah.
It does get you fucked up, but
Yeah.
like at what cost?
Yeah.
You know, if I'm being totally honest, and also I think it's important, we're ranking like real moonshine, not that like, you know, liquor store 30% alcohol moonshine.
No.
Like that like real high alcohol
Like
moonshine.
you gotta find a guy for this.
Yep.
Yeah.
I remember, dude, I don't remember what proof it was the first time I drank moonshine. It was like something retarded, dude. Like, it was like 170 proof or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like something disgusting. There was no flavor at all. Like it was just battery acid. I personally would put moonshine probably in F tier.
I'm okay with that.
I don't, maybe I'm just not tapped in. I need to go to, you know, an OG moonshiner and like tap in and drink some like handcrafted shit. But like, as it stands with the shit I've tried, that shit is F tier.
Yeah, I'm cool with
Moonshine
that.
is fucked.
Yeah.
You know, that's, tap me in if there's some good moonshine out there, guys. Seriously, please tap me in. That's our tier list.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's our little whiskey and vodka reign supreme, moonshine down below, and everything in between. And
We should go on a hunt for moonshiners or something.
I feel like that's hard to come by nowadays.
Yeah.
They've probably all just like fucked off, you know?
Well, I think they're in like Louisiana or something.
Yeah, but how many of them are left now? Can't
Great
be many.
question. Yeah.
It's got to be a very limited crop to choose from, you know?
Yeah.